A little clarification based on my last two videos on antisocial and social violence and how to handle them. Why does provocation, instigation, intimidation, outwoofing, why generally speaking that doesn't work? And more often than not will result to a physical confrontation, regardless of if you're facing a good person having a bad day or a predator. Why? Because the individual who's in your face, if they chose you, if they stepped up to you, they're emotionally invested and they're already in their ego or they're in their predatorial state, and that's happening as well. So whether they're a good person having a bad day or a bad guy, they're ego invested when they're in your face about whatever the issue might be. Whether they're picking a fight or they have an actual issue they want resolved. If I'm in your face and you just spilt my drink and I've been having the shittiest week of my life, and that you spilling my drink is the straw that broke the camel's back, I'm gonna get in your face potentially and go, hey man, you spilt my fucking drink. And if you go, back off man, blah blah blah, I'm gonna fucking drop you. I'm gonna look at you and go, or what? What the fuck are you gonna do about it? Now you're either gonna hit me or I'm gonna hit you at that point. That's not de-escalation. Challenging somebody, threatening, saying things like back off, don't come any closer, stay away, don't touch me, leave me alone. The common response to that is, or what? What the fuck are you gonna do about it? It's not gonna be, hey, back off. Oh, you, and they turn away and walk away. It doesn't function that way in the real world. If I chose you as my potential victim, social or antisocial violence, in my head and heart, I believe I could take you. I don't think you can hurt me. So if you're trying to outwoof me at that point, I'm gonna get 10 times more pissed off. That's the general population. Why? They chose you. Nobody picks a fight with somebody who they think is going to kick their ass. So if all of a sudden I approach, especially those who are vulnerable in society, I approach a 65-year-old woman and she goes, back off, I'm not backing off. I'm looking at her going, fucking or what? But if you're a 6'2", tattooed, 210-pound fucking combatives or Thai boxer, and you go back off to the general social violent good person having a bad day, yeah, it'll work for you against the social violent type. The antisocial, not so much. You're not a threat to these people, no matter how big or how tough you are. So you're gonna get into a physical confrontation regardless. Then you gotta look at the law, which doesn't give a fuck who started the situation. All they care about is, did you abide by the law? So if you're provoking, if you're instigating, if you're challenging, if you're threatening, if you're intimidating, you are participating in the escalation of the situation. That's not defense, that's combat, that's fighting. The combatives is great for fighting, not for self-defense. I would not teach my 7-year-old boy combatives. I wouldn't teach my mom combatives. She's not going to outwoof somebody in a social or antisocial violent situation. She's not going to out-intimidate anybody. She's all about 5 feet tall and she's 73 years old. So what? I can't teach her self-defense? No, absolutely I can. Why? Because she can figure out through the principles we spoke about in the other two videos if she's actually dealing with a good person having a bad day or a bad person. And if she does have to hit somebody, whether she's 7 or 12 or whatever the person is, if I'm playing scared and the guy's in my face, I go whack and I hit him in the eyes and he flinches and I can go, or I need to hit him in a soft tissues or primary, I can. Why? They're not expecting it. But if they're expecting it because I'm challenging and I'm threatening them, that's like being at war with another fucking country, calling them up going, hey, at 3 o'clock, we're going to bomb you. Why would you let your opponent know what you're going to do? Why would you let your opponent know that you're about to fight back? Why would you get them ready for a violent confrontation when the height of strategy is the element of surprise? Always be nice. Is that right? Fucking hell.